guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing great. Today's video is going to be about nighttime look. Actually, I have no idea how I'm going to call it right now, but it was basically inspired by two mono eyeshadows I have for some time and been using for various looks. Meet the first one from Art Deco in the shade 96. I hope you can see it on camera. This is some kind of a plum shade, actually something in between dark brown and the second one is also from Art Deco. It's the shade 8. This is kind of subtle, very neutral tone, except the fact it has some shimmer in it, what makes it look a bit more luxurious. Anyway, this is the original pair I got at the drugstore, and I've just realized that I used these two at one time only once, and this is one more reason I decided to go with them today. Right, you've seen me bare face, but if you're interested in how to achieve a fancy and super easy nighttime look, please. So I'm starting by prepping my face using my L'Oreal Studio Expert primer, and I'm basically concentrating on my forehead as well as around my nose and my chin. Primer is definitely optional, but if you have an oily skin like me and if you are getting ready for some fancy event or important occasion, it will make your makeup stay longer and your foundation look smoother. After priming my skin, I'm going to use my liquid foundation. This time is L'Oreal Lumi Magique in the shade Rose Porcelain, and I'm applying it using the same flat foundation brush as always. Looking skin this time, so I'm going to concentrate on concealing, and for a concealer I'm using my NYX HD Photogenic Concealer in a shade CW4 as always. The same foundation brush and just blending it out. Eyebrows, and I'm using my Essence Brow Stylist set and this blonde shade here. I'm following the natural shape of my brows as always. Any eyeshadow, I'm priming my eyes using this white jumbo eye pencil from Maybelline. Actually, this is going to work as an eyeshadow base for this time because I want my eyeshadow in their original shade. And usually when I'm applying it on a regular eyeshadow base or simply on my skin, it changes its tone a bit and it's not so popping out as I would like it to be. So let me show you a quick swatch so you can understand what I have in mind. So here's a quick swatch of the same eyeshadow. This is the same Art Deco 96 used on my bare skin and applied on a white eye pencil. So I'm applying it directly on my eyelid, and don't worry, it's really messy right now, but we're going to blend it out and make it all even nice and smooth. So now taking the same plum shade from Art Deco and applying it into my outer corner using a big blending brush. There's a little bit of sunshine in all you do. Taking a bit more of the same shade and applying it into my inner corner too. As you can see, I'm leaving the center of my eyelid untouched because we are going to use the light shade there. Don't worry about the whole look looking really messy right now because it's just the beginning and we are going to blend this all out. So now taking a small blending brush and that nude shade from Art Deco and applying it directly in the center of my eyelid. It looks pretty harsh right now, but don't worry again, and we're going to blend it out at the next step. Taking a big blending brush again, and now it's time for blending. Be patient while blending because blending is a key to any successful look, and sometimes it takes a bit of your time. I'm a bit overdrawing the previous shade because I want to blend those two colors together to create a nice transition. Now it's time for my bottom lash line, so I'm taking the same dark shade, the flat smudging brush, and applying it into the outer corner of my bottom lash line. This is a bit heavy look for me, so I'm not taking it so far down, but if you prefer a more smoky look, you can definitely go with it, and I'm sure it look good. For my inner corner, I'm taking the same bright shade from Art Deco used before and applying it to the rest of my bottom lash line. One of my eyes is almost done, but now it's time for highlighting my brow bone just to balance out the whole look, and I'm using an Art Deco eyeshadow in the shade 27. This is actually from a Jungle Fever collection, and I think I already mentioned it before. I use this one more as a highlighter than an actual eyeshadow because it's extremely shimmering and it has such a beautiful highlight. So I'm taking the same big blending brush and applying it under my brow bone. This also helps to create a beautiful transition between this dark eyeshadow and the rest of your brow bone. You can see how shimmering it is. So now almost done, and the last step is mascara. For the mascara, I'm going to use my L'Oreal Miss Mango once again, and I'm going to apply two generous coats for my top and bottom lashes. Now when I'm done with my eyes, let's move forward with the face. So to set my makeup, I'm using my L'Oreal BB powder in a shade medium and applying it all over my face using a big fluffy brush. This is it, and now it's time for blush. So for a blush, I'm using an Essence Pink one in a shade Baby Doll and applying it with my angled blush brush as always. I'm concentrating on the apples of my cheeks and then just gently blending it towards the temples. As you can see, it's also very pigmented like the one from Makeup Store. The only difference about it that it doesn't last very long, so if you need it for a whole day, you have to reapply it once in a while. So we're done with the face, and now it's time for lipstick. As always, I have two options for you, the very neutral nude one and the other one is a bit darker. Actually, it's a way more darker because it's a kind of a plum shade. So the first one is going to be the nude because it's easier to swipe off when you need to change your color. I'm applying my favorite lipstick from Luminée in the shade Apricot Nude. You can see it here. It's a very neutral one, something in between pink and real nude. So here it is, the nude one, and this time I'm not pairing it with any lip gloss because I wanted to stay as simple as possible as we already have pretty heavy eyes. If you like it, you can go with it already, and if you want to see another one, I'll get back in a few seconds. For the second look, I'm going to line up my lips using my Luminée lip liner in a shade Wild Rose. For me, it's actually a kind of wild plum, but let it be. If you have a problem with defining your cupid's bow, you can always draw this kind of an X form on your lips and then just outline the rest of it. I filled in my lips with the same lip liner pencil because it helps the lipstick to stay longer. So now I'm taking my plum shade Jumbo lipstick from Prestige. It looks like that, and applying it all over the lip liner. There's a little bit of sunshine in all you do. So this is pretty it about the second lip look, and I just realized that such a hard look both on the eyes and the look requires contouring. So I'm going to grab my contour kit and get back to you in a few seconds. So this is the whole makeup, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I would personally prefer the previous nude one lip look because I don't know, I just think it suits me better. But if you're a fan of those vampire lips, you can definitely go with it, and I'm pretty sure you will catch everyone's eye on your special occasion. Anyway, I hope this was useful for you, and I hope to see you soon.